Getting ready to clean up the parts. This is what I'm going to be using today, at least on this fan shroud and some of the interior parts, to clean it all up. As you guys can see, kind of dirty, so just put it on there. Clean up the shroud area. Keep it from falling off of the trash can here. Probably not the smartest idea. It's a bit windy out. Let it sit for a second and we'll use these shop towels to clean it all up. Okay, now that it's sat for a few minutes, go ahead and give it a wipe down so you can see all that crud on the back of the shop towel. I mean, it does help pick it up. When you're spraying this, it might take 3 or 4 coats to get it to actually clean something in a whole lot of shop towels. So expect to use a bunch of this stuff, especially like on this fiberglass shroud. The dust gets caught in there in those little grooves and the grease. So make sure you get it nice and good. Alright, after about a can and a half of that scrubbing bubbles, or at least the generic version of it, and about 7-8 shop towels, this is what we got. I'm not gonna say it's the cleanest, but it's way better than what we had. At least now I can bring it into the house without my wife killing me and getting grease all over everything. But I'll further continue to clean it up in another video and airbrush it, do something with it. I don't know if I'm gonna quite leave it like this or paint it something like this. I kind of like the paint job on this. Like I said before in another video, not for everyone, but figure we give it something different. You're gonna have to excuse the washer machine going in the background, but you might be asking yourself, hey Chris, how come you haven't gotten this job done yet? Why is it taking you so long just to get the body off? Well, that's a good question, but there are actually a couple answers for that. One, I have Graves' disease, which makes me feel like poop constantly. I never feel good. I'm losing all my hair. It's a form of hyperthyroidism. My body is basically eating itself and I have to eat a ridiculous amount of calories a day. 2, I've never worked on cars. Hell, I didn't know how to change the oil in a car last year. So I'm basically learning from groups online and from files that I've attained online. 3, I want to make sure I label every single little thing. I mean, I need to know exactly where they came from, where they went, etc., etc. And number 4, I don't hang out with anyone, so it's just me and my wife, my dogs. So, you know, I have to take my time. I can't just jump into it. I know a lot of you guys viewing this have spent years or whatever learning about this stuff, but this is the first time I've ever took an interest in a vehicle. I mean, how can you not take an interest in a vehicle this sexy? I've been wanting one since I was a kid and finally have one, and you know, that's kind of why I'm taking interest in this hobby. It's fun. Alright, can you guys see that? That is my T-top on the passenger side. As you can see, it's kind of sticking out on the edge there. And if we go over and take a look at the passenger side door gap, Okay, you can see there's a pretty good gap there and it slims. Now let's go over and take a look at the driver's side. Get past this exhaust I pulled. Tight spaces, guys. I got so much parts and crap laying around. Okay. Now if we look at this door gap, you can see that it's actually really tight. And it has made contact here and even chipped away at some of the paint. Not that the paint's good or anything on it. But the reason why, and we could thank the Budget C3 group on Facebook once again for identifying it, would be bushings and body mounts. Things like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. They're all rotted away though. And if we go up here to the actual body mount, I don't know if you guys can see the cracks in that. But that is the alleged reasoning why everything is doing what it's doing. And another reason why I want to get this body off eventually, but like I said, I have to take my time, guys. So it'll be a minute. Just be supportive of me. And you guys know I love you. Try to give you guys a little footage of what the underside of my car looks like. Check out that leaf spring. You can see some of the metal squeaking inserts have coming out. And I've showed this in the last video, but once again, like I said, it was kind of stuttery, so after I upload this, it'll probably get removed. You can see the straps that held the exhaust. They're kind of all rotted away. I mean, it needs some TLC. I've seen worse, but I've seen better too. Power antenna. I got it to work briefly and then it stuck. Now it's stuck in this position. So that'll be a whole nother project in itself too. There'll be plenty of stuff to do on this car, I promise you guys. See, parts are kind of warped. I'm gonna have to soak them in water and kind of reshape them in the sun. It's like a paper mache type deal there. It's like a cardboard backing. I took this off to paint it and that's what's on the other side. It's like cardboard. So years of leaking in there has probably warped it. So yeah, it's just like the door handle. I had to replace this. This came broke. I couldn't get in the driver's side door. That sucked getting to. I had to take off this whole door, mess with the mechanisms and adjust it, and then getting the damn socket to get onto that bolt. Oh, it was a nightmare. I pray that you guys will never have to mess with a C3 door handle. But yep, long ways to go. This is just kind of free floating in here. I went ahead and removed the brackets and everything from down below. It was just 4 bolts holding it in. Like I said before, amps going. All this shit's gonna go. Try to refresh it as much as I can and give a modern twist on it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this all red. I thought about maybe custom graphics or something, but I don't want to make it too tacky. I mean, I like a little bit of tackiness, just not too much. The center console, as you can see, I gave that a little touching up. It's a bit dirty from sitting in my garage with the top off. Gave it a new shift boot. Painted that center cluster. New circuit boards. Gave it that red trim line around it like I did down here. I might change this backing still. I'm not sure if I'm set on having this gray like this. I might go with like a holographic or something in there. Something that's cool but not like super duper tacky. And then underneath the dash, go ahead and pull this off. Whoops. I went ahead and dyed this. This was the original color of it. It was this black. So I just sprayed Dupli dye all over it. Same thing the doors got. And it didn't really make it too stiff, but I wouldn't use it again. It's like you have to comb the carpet to put it in, and with spray paint, that was really hard task to get done. Looking at the dash, you could see that there's cracks and stuff in it. I'm gonna have to get up there and take it out. That'll be a fun project, but I figure I'll wait till I get the body off, or at least till I get a hand to get the body off. Because I'm new at this. Geez, it's gonna be a rough learning experience, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to fork out money, but I'm not in any hurry. In the end, I'll have a really cool car, even if it takes years. Here's the vacuum tubing that I had put on. Silicone high heat resistant vacuum tubes that I got off of eBay. I think it was about $7.99 for 10 feet. I got a couple different millimeters, like 6, 4, 8. I think those are it. Don't quote me on this, guys. I'm not next to a computer to check. And then all the little C-clamp type things I'm going to replace with these butterfly nuts, at least in areas where it doesn't get extremely hot. But I've already showed you that. Master cylinder, it got repainted with high heat paint. I don't know if I'm going to keep this design either. Like I said, I just got bored. I have Graves' disease, so I have a lot of time on my hands. A lot of the time I'm laying down just feeling sick. Yep, fun, fun, fun.